And as you talked about developing countries and developed countries, I think we can use the same analogy for large corporations to startups, right? So startups, as you said, 0 to 1, 1 to 10, but large organizations are very much like 1,000 to 10,000, like on that scale. So I want to understand, right? How has your views about leadership changed or evolved as you have now worked with founders, worked with a very different kind of like a very chaotic system? From your experience, what were the advantages or disadvantages that you learned or that you had to unlearn and then evolve?
Yeah. So look, in large organizations or small organizations, I think leadership has to carry one trait always, and that is irrespective of size, which is it has to lead by example, which means that if you're not bringing your 100% to work, if you're not going beyond and above, you have no right to demand this from your team. And larger organizations, they have the challenge of becoming even larger and delivering on top of that large base, which itself is a challenge. And that means moving large parts of the organization in tandem to be able to deliver that result. Similarly, in a startup, it is extremely challenging because you're coming up with a new idea, you're bringing it to life, and there is a way of doing things currently, but it is either with a legacy business or it is with a competitor who's maybe started up a little bit ahead of you. So how do you battle that? How do you change consumer preferences? It's a tall order. So one thing that I have found that leaders need to have is lead by example. Bring a more than 100% of yourself to work, and which to me is just being professional, right?